northeastern McDowell County in western North.
I'm not at fault for this.
Wait, stop.
How's it going, guys? It's ThunderBuddy01 using a completely different camera here, along with
NorCal Dude 599, who just finished converting his HH54BP into a VP2.
Oh, absolutely. And today we're going to be doing something that I should have done maybe a week or so ago, which is do an updated weather radio collection video. I said that weird. Updated weather radio correction. An updated weather radio correction video. Okay. An updated weather radio
correct all your weather radios? Okay.
God damn it. We'll be doing an updated weather radio collection video, and this is going to consist of every radio that I have that works. And maybe doesn't work, but I'm not sure. So, we're going to start over here by this general area. First up is the Untitled Bearcat Wx 100.
The air temperature was 64 degrees and the sea surface temperature was 57 degrees.
I got this radio on, according to my list here, I got it on April 2nd, 2018, which was, wait a minute. Yeah, April 2nd, 2018. I actually found this on eBay for 50-something bucks. And yes, I paid the $50 because this is a rare weather radio. What do you expect? And also because Clay Ranger 143, who is currently not here right now, decided to trigger me before I had this radio, so I just had to buy it as soon as it was listed on eBay. Let's do a quick siren test. Yep, so that's the Untitled Bearcat Wx 100, an amazing radio. If you find one of these on eBay, you'll be really lucky if you buy one, because these things are actually so rare. It took me like months before I could get my hands on one of these. Next radio, which is behind it actually, is the AlertWorks EAR-10.
Seas 1 foot or less. Chance of showers after midnight.
I got this radio on January 6th, 2015, along with a few other radios that I shall get into shortly. So, this radio actually kind of reminds me of the Tetris T block from Tetris, or something like that. That, and it also kind of reminds me of an, actually, what does it remind me of? It kind of looks like, that kind of reminds me of a flipped version of the Nyko intercooler and data bank for the Xbox One. Because, like, if I flip it upside down like this, it kind of looks like it. Especially looking at it from the side. Like, if you focus on this...
Let's say that the AlertWorks is a misshapen brick.
Pretty much. And let's flip this back up on its top, so this way I don't damage anything else. Alright, so that was the AlertWorks EAR-10. Next radio behind it is another Uniden, surprisingly, but this is not the same Uniden as this one. I mean, you could tell just by the way it looks. Like, if you think that's the same radio as that, then what the hell is wrong with you? This is I am distraction. This is the Uniden.
Remember, it's Uniden, not Yeniden.
God damn it! This is the Uniden Bearcat BC 345 CRS.
South winds 5 to 10 knots, increasing to 10 to 15 knots.
Now, this radio I got as a graduation present back in June of 2015 when I graduated 8th grade. Yes, you heard that right. I graduated 8th grade, and this was like one of my radios that I got as a graduation present. Deal with it. I also got my Apple Watch as a graduation present, but that's besides the point. So, this radio I wanted because not only does it have a weather function, it also has AM and FM. It would help if I was on a channel that actually got good reception.
For you. No wonder 80% of employers who post a job on...
Oh, apparently can't get 880. That's sad.
Post and pray.
It also has a scanner function as well. Oh. Don't know what's going on there, but it's probably something interesting. And sadly, I cannot do a siren test on this because it's a scanner, and it's also 1050 Hz activated. Which, the warning siren on this sounds exactly the same as the... Well, not exactly the same. It sounds almost identical to the warning siren on this. So there's that. Next radio, which is right behind it, is the Midland WR120EZ. Yep, come on.
Iceland Airport.
Yeah, this radio actually got... this particular radio... I got this on December 9th of 2015. That would have been so fucking screwed up. I got this on December 9th, this particular WR120 on December 9th, 2017. I got the 120EZ in general back in 2014. The reason why I said those 2 dates is because this one was to replace the other one, which had a loose faceplate. And I was too lazy to use glue or tape, so yeah. Quick siren test. Alright, so that was the WR120EZ. Amazing radio if you're looking to start your collection. Next radio over here, which is actually charging my iPhone at the moment. Yeah, it's an iPhone 10. You can deal with it. I might be a spoiled rich white boy, but I don't care. It's a fucking iPhone 10. I needed to upgrade my camera quality, which is ironic because I'm using a camera that records in 1080. This radio is the Midland WR400.
70 at Danbury, 69 at Oxford, and
This is actually one of...
At least it's better than nothing.
Oh, absolutely. This radio I actually got on January, I want to say. Yeah, January 22nd, 2018. This is one of many radios that I got that year. So, the reason why I got this is because, one, it could charge a phone, or basically anything that has a USB. And secondly, this is one of the more modern radios that I wish I had before I got it. And third of all, it actually looks pretty cool. It actually looks like it's actually a more modern version of the WR300s that I have over there. So let's do a quick siren test. And this radio, like the scanner and a couple of other radios that I have AM and FM. Now I shall turn down the volume in case I go to a copyrighted channel. Alright, let's demonstrate the AM. Okay, AM. AM.
Actually, the goal was to be at 35, and we made it 1 week after.
Yeah, AM isn't really the best, because, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of where it's plugged in, but, yeah. Next radio over here is the Radio Shack 12-259.
offshore Wednesday afternoon as an area of low pressure and
This radio I got on March 20th, 2015, along with the Radio Shack 12519, which I'll get into in a bit. Can you... So the reason why I got this radio, if you've heard of this YouTuber named, I think his name is You Can Do It 21. He actually has this radio as well, to my knowledge, and I believe he still has it. But yeah, I basically got this because it's basically just like the 522, and I kind of had an obsession with silver back then. I don't know why. But yeah, so it's a good handheld. The only thing about it is that this thing eats through batteries like they're candy. So yeah, that's it for this radio. This pocket radio over here is the Midland HH50B. Oh, it would help if I switched it to on.
to 5 feet. And for Thursday, northwest winds 5 to 10 knots.
So this radio is called a pocket radio because it can fit in a pocket. Pretty much self-explanatory. Here's a quick siren test. Yeah, this radio, believe it or not, actually woke me up once at 3 in the morning thanks to fucking Albany's lack of blackout hours for highway wideout. But yeah, this radio I got on Yeah, this radio I actually got October 17th, 2015. It's So yeah, this radio also eats through batteries, but it depends on the type of battery. Like, if I go into here and reach for my lovely little pack of AAA batteries, wherever the hell they are. Oh, that's great. They're out of my reach now. Damn it. But yeah, I'm using Kodak batteries for this and for these two radios. And these two radios happen to eat the batteries the fastest. Yeah. So, next radio over here is the Radio Shack 12-993.
East winds around 5 knots, becoming east in the afternoon.
So the reason why I got this radio is because a lot of other people had it, like SPC Cranford, who else had it? Nolan Washington Tech 99, you guys might know who he is. Who else had this radio? I have no clue. But, I mean, Clay Ranger 143 has this radio as well, but he actually got this, like, later than I did. This radio actually got on March 4th, 2015. And I actually remember the day, because the day after that, I got a winter storm warning. Yeah, so there's that radio. It's actually a really good radio for weather band DXing, so if you want to get this radio, I would highly recommend that. And also, this radio recharges batteries, even though the battery icon is not really changing, because I basically just have it plugged in, and it'll just run on batteries whenever there's a power outage. But yeah, the radio behind it, which I managed to have it stand up on a picture frame holder, is a Radio Shack 12262.
It's a Thursday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots.
So this radio I actually got on Christmas Day of 2017 from a family member of mine. He actually had two weather radios and he wasn't using this one, so he basically just donated it to me because I started getting into weather radios around that time. Let's do a quick siren test and hopefully I don't knock this thing over.
That would be bad.
Oh, absolutely that would be bad. And apparently there's an update for Excel, so I shall restart the app real quick. So yeah, the 12262 is a really good radio if you take care of it. Now the reason why I say that is because some of the common problems that it has is the buttons will fail and the tuner will die. I think that's only if you expose it to moisture or something like that, but I could be wrong about it in general. It'll just do it anyway, but yeah. Next radio over here is the not so common Midland, almost called, I mean, I guess it's a WR30, but the real name for this is the 74210.
8, and the relative humidity 52%. The wind was southeast and...
So, this radio has another nickname, and it's the Recom's sister. Here's why. Sounds just like a friggin' Recom.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And this radio, like the WR400 and the scanner, has AM and FM. AM and FM. Oh yeah, there's clearly an AM option up here. There's only weatherband and FM. So let's flip the switch up to FM. And I'm getting copyright notices. That's great.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but then again, I only played like maybe a fraction of the song, so I highly doubt they would be able to pick it up on that. If they can, then I'm going to be royally screwed. Next radio back here. Oh, wait, shoot. Did I say the date that I got this radio? No, I don't think I did. I got this radio on... Where the heck is it? I got this radio February 23rd, 2018. Now, I had a 74210 before this one, but let's just say the speaker decided not to work. And that radio is actually currently with Clay Ranger 143. He has it hooked up to a Eaton FRX3, which doesn't have weather alert function because it was Eaton! And yeah. So, the only difference between mine and his, if I go over to here, mine says disable warning. And I can't disable the weekly and monthly tests. So, yeah. His gets the beeps for the test. Which I basically just screwed myself over, so yeah. But honestly, he's taking really good care of this, of my old, the 74210, and I have to give him props for that. So next radio back here is the Radio Shack 12-991, also known as the Black Viagra pill.
With high pressure resulting in
Yep.
nearly clear skies.
So this radio, like the 12993, lacks one important feature, which is the freaking menu button. I just had to hold select for 5 seconds just to get into the menu. Let's do a quick siren test. So this radio I got on January 6th, 2015, along with my alert works. So yeah, that's a real. So honestly, if you don't really care about like pressing and holding the select button for 5 seconds just to get to the menu, I would recommend this radio because it actually gets good reception as well. And my 12259 is flashing signal loss at me, so I'm just gonna move that to over there. Next radio back here is the Radio Shack 12521.
Dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Wednesday. For tonight, northeast winds 5 to...
So this 12521, here's a little backstory. So this particular 12521 was meant to replace my older one that I have, which is conveniently in this Sperry box. And what the heck does... Oh. Looks like an SVR was issued for South Dakota, so you guys might be lucky. So in here sits my old 12521, which is broken. Now, this radio, believe it or not, has the same problems as the 12262 normally has, which is the buttons would fail and the tuner would die out. Mine happens to have the weather snooze, select and volume down, and menu buttons and stop working. Thank God it wasn't all of them. But yeah. So let's just put this in here. That 12521 up there, I got on May 2nd, 2018. That old 521, which is in there, I got on September 18th, 2015. Next radio over here, we're moving on to this row now, is the kind of cumbersome to set up Midland 74200.
1 nautical mile in the morning. For Wednesday night, east winds 5 to 10 knots.
So the reason why I say it's cumbersome to program, because let's say if I go over to time, and if you press and hold one of the buttons for too long, there's no other way to set it. You have to press and hold it just to get back to the right setting. So let's say if the time is 5:47 and this goes up to 5:48 by accident, you're gonna have to press and hold the minute button, which is up here, all the way down until you get it set to the right time. And to me, that's really cumbersome. So yeah. Next radio over here. Oh, by the way, this radio I got on December 7th, I want to say? December 7th? No, December 8th, 2017. Because I actually remember getting a winter storm warning off of this radio maybe about an hour after I unboxed it. Had I waited maybe about 45 minutes after the fact, after getting the package that held this radio, I might have gotten a winter storm warning during the setup. And my 259 is being annoying with the signal loss again. That's just dandy. That is just so dandy.
Well, absolutely.
God damn it. Next radio back here is the iconic Radio Shack 12519.
Visibility around 1 nautical mile after midnight. For Wednesday, east winds.
So this radio is iconic because, like, I mean, just look at it. It's a building block, kind of, and it also has a.
It's a mega. Wait, which one are you going over?
The 519.
It's a mega block.
I actually don't even remember using Mega Block, so I'm gonna be sent to hell for that. So So this radio has Skywarn function, which I can't even figure out how to program for the life of me. This radio also has AM and FM. No need to demonstrate that, because I'm sure you know how AM and FM works. Just press the AM button for AM, FM button for that. So yeah. It also has auxiliary capabilities. If I zoom in on here, it says aux. So yeah. This radio has auxiliary, and it's also stereo, so there's one speaker over there, and if it'll focus, there's one speaker over there, and the other one's over there. So yeah, I've actually had this radio since almost at October. That would have been great. Since March 20th, 2015, along with my my 259 over there. This is a really good radio.
My new video is now live.
Nice. I shall check that out shortly. So, next radio, which is all the way back here, is the knockoff of the Capello, known as the Max Digital CR01NW.
64 at Shirley, 59 at West Hampton, and 58 at East Hampton.
So this radio I got on January 19th, 2015. Now the reason why I remember that date, the day before, which was January 18th, 2015, I actually got like maybe 3 flood warnings and 2 special marine warnings. Yeah, so the only problem I really had with this radio is kind of obvious. It's like right there. Part of the screen like just decides not to work. Just like Donald Trump with his brain. Anyways, let's go to alert test. This radio also has AM and FM. No need to demonstrate that. Oh shoot, I just realized I don't think I did a siren test of the 519. Let's go over to here.
No, you did not.
Now I did.
Notice how the 519 siren sounds very reminiscent of the Radio Shack 991, 993, and 996.
Yeah, it actually kind of does sound similar, to be honest. The only difference is the highest point of the siren is tuned up a bit. So yeah. So now if we go over to here, and I just realized this charger was on the floor. That would have been bad if I ran over that. So we're going to be going over here to my, I don't even know what the hell to call this now. This shelf of stuff. First radio over here is the Recom R-1650A.
At Fisher's Island, temperature was 52 degrees.
So the reason why this is an A is because it has a pretty statement light. It's so pretty. And this is also considered the 1650A because if I press and hold the program button, watch how long it takes for me to get into the menu. Maybe about like 2 or 3 seconds. Also the way the menu is laid out. So there's first there goes alert mode, channel select, enter county, defeat siren, alarm socket, and siren test. And if you want to set the date and time, you have to press and hold the enter button. There's set clock, set date, alarm 1 set time, and alarm 2 set time, and sleep timer. So yeah, let's do a quick siren test of this radio. This sounds like now the nickname I came up with in this radio is called the Mr. Bombastic radio. Because if I go over to do the siren test again, kind of sounds like the Mr. Lover part. That's literally what I think of when I do the siren test on this radio. Anyways, I got this radio recently. When did I get this is the question. I got this April 27th, 2018. Huh?
So you got that radio like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. True. I am confusion right now. But yeah, this radio I got on April 27th, 2018. So the radio above that, which looks very similar, is the Recom R-1650D.
Advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Wednesday. For tonight.
So, now, obviously you can tell there's obviously a big difference. This one has an advisory / statement light as opposed to the statement light. It takes less time to get into the menu, and the way the menu is laid out is actually different. Oh wow, I actually timed that perfectly. It went all the way over to siren test. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, And another feature that differentiates this radio from its long predecessor, if I go over here to set event blocking, you can test all the lights. And also, I just remembered this. So if I go over to memory, you can use the preset buttons to change what alert you got. Funny how I got like 3 special marine warnings and 1 SVR on this radio. As opposed to this, you have to press the memory button multiple times. Let's see, special marine, severe thunderstorm. Yeah, if it doesn't recognize an alert, it'll say event not known.
Event not known?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting. By the way, if I go over into defeat Siren, like it'll say, for the ones that are like one line only, it'll say flood, watch, statement, or warning. For hurricane, same thing. Tsunami, same thing. Avalanche, same thing. Volcano, same thing. Now, as for alerts like this, like severe thunderstorm warning, it'll say severe thunder and it'll light up the watch or warning light. Same thing with flash flood, it'll light up any one of these. Winter storm warning, it'll light up one of these. High wind, it'll light up one of these. Coastal flood, it'll light up again one of these. Now, here's where things get interesting. Civil danger is in here. Now, it doesn't let you disable civil danger warning, but apparently it'll let you disable civil danger watch, which civil danger watch doesn't even exist. Radiological hazard watch, same thing, doesn't exist. Hazardous materials watch, same thing. Severe weather statement, you can disable that. Special weather statement, you can disable that. Weekly, monthly, and tests, you can disable those too. So yeah, that's it for the comms. Up here is basically just WR100 galore. This first WR100 is the black and silver Midland WR100 version 1.
Ability less. Wednesday night, northeast wind.
Yeah, this radio I got April 3rd, 2015. So this radio is maybe over 3 years old now. Still works despite some electrostatic discharge or something like that, whatever it's called. Because, as you noticed,
5 knots.
as soon as I press a button, no static.
Friday, west wind.
Yeah, I'm going to see if there's a way to fix that, but yeah, that's kind of bothering me. So, no siren test on this radio because it's a version 1. By the way, you also may have noticed there's actually a low battery icon instead of being blank when I use my old adapter. So, I actually managed to use one of my spare HH54 adapters, which is 9 volts to power this radio. The adapter that came with this radio was a 6 volt. How it worked off of 6 volts, like flawlessly, I have no clue. Alright, next radio over here used to be Javier's old WR100. This is a version 5.
In the Great South Channel and Montauk Point, out to 1,000 fathoms.
So, obviously you know everything about the WR100. This radio, Javier's WR100, I got April 26th, 2018. Let's go over to Siren Test. Once you hear that siren, you'll instantly fall in love with this radio. Next radio over here.
And don't worry, I did not possess it.
Thank God you didn't possess it. So, right next to it.
Or did I?
Oh, me. Anyways, while we wait for this camera to zoom out ever so freaking slowly, the next radio over here is another WR100. This is a version 5 as well.
Seas 5 to 7 feet.
Same thing. The only difference is I got this radio August, when did I get this radio? August 7th, 2016. That was like the only radio I got in 2016. Because then I was told I couldn't get any more radios. And then it took me a while before I could get another one. Next radio over here is yet another version 5.
Sunday, north to north.
Show 4 5s.
Yeah, I have 3 version 5s, and yet I have a version 1 sitting over there. I'm turning into friggin' Rutherford. Anyways, so this radio. Well, for some damn reason, the camera decided to stop recording. So yeah, let's just continue onwards. This radio. Huh?
I said fail.
Oh, that's the friggin' Lutely. My camera pulled a Clay's Canon Power Shot. So this the WR100 I got January 6th, 2015, along with oh, if this will focus, that'll be great. Along with the AlertWorks and the 12991. Next shelf of radios over here. Yes, as you can tell, I have a bunch of shelves. This one over here is the
Bunch of shelves, bunch of shelves.
God damn it! so
Hey, someone had to.
Oh, absolutely. So this radio is the Radio Shack 12261 from 2003.
See 3 to 4 feet.
So the reason why I got this radio, which by the way I got this on, when did I get this? Oh my goodness, I have so many freaking radios I can't even keep track of when I got them. March 21st, that's the wrong date. April 12th, 2018. Now, the reason why I got this radio in particular, I'll explain more about this one over here. So, the reason why I got this radio is because Clay Ranger 143 was triggering me with it because he got a statement light on his. And honestly, like 2003. Now, I set this down appropriately because this technically isn't really my camera, but I'm borrowing it. Whatever. Now, if I go into the user setup menu, the key difference between the 2003 and 2004 versions of the 261, I think if I press the up arrow on here, so those beeps, believe it or not, you can actually hear those on the 2003 version of the 261 whenever a weekly test comes in. And while it does the channel search, which is basically just going to say channel 4 available, called it. So, yeah, so basically this radio I got because Clay was triggering me with it. Yeah.
First he triggered you with the United Bearcat, then he triggered you with the 261 with the statement line.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now look, you finally own both of the radios that he was triggering you with.
Oh, absolutely. By the way, Clay, if you're watching this video, I still have a black and silver, so ha. Anyways, next radio is the Eaton Zone Guard Plus.
Chance of showers in the evening. Here is the type.
So this radio I got January 6th, 2015. I'm pretty sure you know with what radios I also got this with, and I just realized there is a scratch on my wall. That's not good. You guys can't see it on camera because obviously things on camera don't do anything justice. But yeah. So this radio I got because it's a Zone Guard, and at the same time I was dreading a black and silver WR100. So I just said, "Oh, it's black and silver. I could just say I got a black and silver." Yeah, but then again, I was 13 years old when I got this radio. Believe it or not, this radio is also 3 years old. Holy shit. This radio also has AM and FM, which I'm sure you know how it works. So yeah, next radio over here is the Eaton Zone Guard, the regular one.
Clay's favorite radio.
Oh, absolutely, it's Clay's favorite radio. So, okay, can you focus, please? So the reason why I got this Zone Guard is because I realized after 3 fucking years that the siren on the Zone Guard Plus sounds absolutely disgraceful. I'll include a sound clip of what the Zone Guard Plus siren sounds like. and compare that to the Zone Guard. Assuming iMovie decides not to take a shit on me. But yeah. So, this...
Now you still own an Eaton Zone Guard, but now it's in Clay's possession.
Yep. And Javier, believe it or not, actually possessed it. And
well, absolutely.
Yep. And this
I know, no, just like how he's taking care of your old 74 and he's taking good care of my Zone Guard.
True. So this Zone Guard I got March 23rd, 2018. Next radio, which is up here, is the 2004 version. My voice cracked. I said that weird. The 2004 version of the Radio Shack 12261.
Tonight. Seas 4 to 5 feet.
So yeah, the reason why I got this one... Why does my voice keep cracking when I don't even notice it? Oh hey, new version of IEM Mobile was released. Everyone go download it. It's actually useful. So this...
Absolutely.
Yep. So the reason why I got the 12261 in general, like maybe even this one, if you heard of this YouTube user named Severe Weather Liker 3, he actually got a 261. And the 261s, I mean, as much of a brick as they might look, they actually are really, they're actually of really good quality when it comes to picking up no weather radio. So, fun fact about these two 261s. I actually took them apart. This one was made in December of 2003, so just before 2004. This one was made August 15th, 2003, which, believe it or not, was the same day that Clay's was made.
Huh.
Yeah, talk about a coincidence. Anyways, moving over...
I think not.
I don't think it's a coincidence at all. Anyways, next radio over here, which Javier got recently, is the Midland HH54... I said that weird. Why do I keep saying things weird? The Midland HH54.
Seas around 2 feet.
So this particular one is the HH54 VP2. I actually got this as a Christmas gift from my grandparents back in 2014. Let's do a quick siren test. Yeah, so the reason...
So let's say HH54 VP2.
Yep, and there's Javier's.
Yep, I finally converted mine into a VP2.
Yeet.
Now that I actually got the properly functioning power supply, and here's the original one, which this one is going in the garbage. Because that came defective.
Well, absolutely it came defective. And you gotta be careful when you're selling shit on eBay. Make sure it fucking works. So the reason why I wanted the HH54 is because, I mean, at the time, I only had my WR120EZ, which is sitting over there. Or actually standing over there, because, look at this. It's on a picture frame holder. And it's somehow standing up as if it was being mounted on a wall. So... I only had my WR120 at the time, and I didn't want to bring that everywhere I went, and I figured I might as well have something that's actually convenient for me in the car. And maybe when I go storm chasing this summer, I actually might have this mounted onto my car. Assuming I don't get pulled over, because apparently it's a distraction.
Here's the type information. And Bridgeport.
No, it's not.
Yeah, unless an alert comes in and nearly makes me shit my pants, but yeah.
TMI.
I'm Mr. Devious version 6000. What do you expect?
TMI, that's all I can say.
Well then, next radio over here is the Midland WR300 version 1.
12:38 a.m. Wednesday and 1:05 p.m. Wednesday. At Montauk.
Yeah, so you heard how loud the button beeps are. So actually, believe it or not, this radio's hooked up to my Midland 18 STR over here. Because, believe it or not, this radio has an external alert jack, unlike my version 1 over there. Because Midland didn't know what the hell they were doing. And if this camera had faster zoom, that'd be great. Then again,
Yes, my version 2 W100 came with the external alert check.
God damn it. But hey, mine's a black and silver, so...
Yeah, but Still, yours does not have an external alert jack.
This has turned into a jacked up episode. Somebody end me.
You don't say.
Anyways, let's do a quick siren test on this radio. Yeah, this radio also has AM and FM. As Javier is playing around with his version 1. With his version 2.
You have a version 1 now? So, you mean to tell me that this is a version 1? Excellent.
I mean, then again, there was a version 1 made in white, which Matthew Schreier has. And I just gave away his real name, but that's okay. At least I didn't give out his address. Which I'm not giving out, because I don't want people stalking him.
In reality, this is a version 2.
Yeah. Actually, let's make that full screen real quick.
Oh, hey, look at this. I am uploading a new video, and the camera is a potato right now, but I don't care.
And we shall...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So this radio I got... Oh, if I can remember the date, that'd be great. I just rhymed like Dr. Seuss and me. So this radio actually got April... Shit. I got this... April 16th, 2018. I don't know how the hell I didn't remember the date. There was an EAS event that day. Anyways, yeah, so I got this radio April 16th, 2018, because it's a version, I mean, let's be honest here, it's a version 1, it has a pretty statement light. And it's a WR300 that actually has text on the bottom. Which, as we transition over to my version 5 WR300, it doesn't have any text on the bottom. And that triggers me.
Once any fog
Why?
dissipates
Because it's
in
the
the morning,
deluxe? Shit.
Huh?
Why? Because it's the deluxe version.
Oh, absolutely. Midland decided to remove the text on the faceplate and name it Deluxe. Anyways, the difference between the version 5 and the version 1...
So basically what you're telling me is that the only reason why they included the deluxe wording on the box is so that way, you know, without the wording on the below the screen makes it look like the deluxe version. Is that what it is?
Probably. It could be other things, but yeah. So...
Don't you just love the wonderful mysteries of Weather Radio Collect?
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, so the key differences between the version 5 and the version 1, other than the button beep levels. If I go over here to defeat Siren, let's see, where the hell is it? Oh, did I just scroll right by it? Oh, there. Emergency action termination. You can apparently disable that on the version 1. Oh, shit. I may have just frozen the scroll. I may have just frozen the scroll on my version 1. It says Ion Termina. I just pressed the radio button and the scroll just froze. You glitch anyone? Yeah, that might just be a glitch that I just found. Well then. So, if we go over here to, oh shoot, of course I scrolled right by it. If I go over to defeat Siren on this radio... Oh, can I... See, no emergency action termination. Oh my god, the same glitch works on the version 5. Oh my god. So yeah, this radio I got on the version 5 I got on March 7th.
What radio has that glitch?
The WR300. Like every version of it. Basically what I did was I just pressed the radio button and on the defeat Siren menu and the scroll just froze.
Okay.
Yeah. And that glitch was discovered by accident, just like Trump's presidency. Next radio over here is the Sangeun Cl 100, which is very iconic.
hey, the Sangeun Cl, a great DX
For
radio.
Thursday,
Oh, absolutely.
to 10 knots, becoming southwest 10.
Now, the reason why we...
You guys don't know that is the exact same radio that he used to DX. We got that PDSTOR in Tennessee.
Oh,
Was it Tennessee or was it?
yeah, it was Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, so this radio...
Clay actually got that PDSTOR.
Yep, Clay and I actually both caught this off of a what station was it? I forget. Yeah, so I had to switch cameras because this one ran out of memory! This particular radio has excellent DXing capabilities, and it was off this station that I caught the PDSTORR. And obviously there's nothing coming in because it's still daytime, but yeah. Let's do a quick siren test, which I shall advise you if you want to hear the siren, please lower your volume. Oh, that's the... Oh, yeah, because clearly the siren test is in the weather channel option.
It could be.
I actually had to set the siren level to medium because in my weekly test videos, when I leave my Mac at home to record it, you can't even hear the Sangeun siren. So, yeah. So this radio I got... When the hell did I get it? It was the last radio in...
Here's my Sange.
Yeet. Yeah, so...
And yes, 16 p.m. Pacific time.
6:16 my time, which is Eastern.
Well,
And 6:17. So, yeah.
yeah.
So this radio I got December 29th, 2017. So, and honestly, even though it was like 50-something bucks on Amazon, it was well worth it. Next radio...
I paid $53 for mine.
Huh?
I said I only paid $53 for mine.
53?
Yeah, that was back in 2016. Actually, I don't even remember when I got it.
Huh.
Oh, okay, don't want to leave there because I don't want it to cancel the upload.
Alright. So, the next radio up here, which was also a Christmas gift, the only difference was I got this in 2015, is the First Alert, Spectra First Alert SFA 1150. Like, that's not a mouthful.
No, it isn't.
Here is the latest weather map discussion. With high pressure resulting in generally clear skies.
So yeah, so let's do a quick siren test on this radio. As you can tell, the whole alert ring lights up, along with the warning, watch, and advisory lights. This radio also has AM and FM and auxiliary capabilities, which is very similar to the Sangeun, but the only difference is this one doesn't have an adjustable speaker. This one does. So, while we're on the topic of First Alert, this radio over here...
Hold that thought for a second.
Yeah?
I thought I could have sworn you just said auxiliary.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, I've been saying it wrong my entire life. Anyways.
That's auxiliary.
And yet I was saying it the right way before. Auxiliary. Anyway. So. See.
Oh my god.
Well, that's just dandy. So the next radio that I have over here is also a First Alert, but this was made by a different company. This is the SEMA First Alert, not SEMA as in the electronics show, I think. This is actually spelled SIMA. This is the First Alert WX 268.
The marine forecast for eastern Long Island Sound. Dense fog advisory in effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Wednesday. for tonight.
Can't do a siren test on this radio because this radio was made in 2004. But yeah, I actually got this radio today, which was May. By the time I'm recording this video, is May 8th, 2018. Now, I really like this radio, even though I've only had it for like 3 or 4 hours now. The only problem that I have with it is the screen will no longer stay propped up. And I am getting a phone call, so that I shall end this real quick. I dare you to say that again on camera.
That's what she said.
This is what happens when you put Javier in a video with me. He turns extremely devious. He's devious.
May I remind you that I currently hold the OG thing right now? I currently hold the OG name.
Oh, absolutely. Anyways, so the sad thing about this radio is you can't do the siren test. Hey, this radio is a bitch to self-activate. But yeah. The only thing that I've really had trouble with is the screen won't stay propped up anymore. Like, it literally won't stay up. Just like an old man with Viagra. And yeah, this screen won't stay propped up, and I think I might have a ghetto fix to that. And I can't seem to set the what the hell do you call it? The atomic clock right for some weird reason. And I have it can automatically adjust it, but the thing is I can't figure out how to do it. So yeah, this radio has AM and FM as well.
3:47 a.m. Wednesday. Low tide is at 10.
Yeah. So the reason why I only showed the FM, which was, now that I think about it, maybe a bad idea, is because if I go into the programming menu and go over here to oh shit, that's the wrong way. If I go over to select source, it says weatherband/FM. Now if I turn this, it'll say weatherband/AM, and then it'll just say weatherband. This radio, believe it or not, can actually pick up and can actually activate for EAS alerts issued over AM and FM stations. So come the New York State Communications Drill, which for once I'll be home to record it, I'll be tuning into WBLI 106.1, which is the station you were just hearing. And thank fuck you didn't get a copyright infringement. Yet. So, yeah, because you never know with YouTube. You never know. You absolutely never know. Anyways, last radio in my collection, which marks number 32, is the Radio Shack 12-996.
4 feet with a period of 9 seconds.
This radio I got on, and there's Javier's 996.
Yep, works like a charm.
5 inches and falling. In red bluff.
I'm actually surprised that they're still on the air, yet they issue a public information statement saying that they were going to be off the air for maintenance between the hours of 7 a.m. and 4 p.m.
I think that I was looking at that public information statement. I believe that's for tomorrow.
Oh, it was set for today.
As it shows a Skype notification, huh. That is weird. Anyways, so this radio I got on September 20th, 2015. Yeah, this radio has AM, FM, and auxiliary. Yep. And alright. And so concludes my very devious indeed weather radio collection video where I had to use 2 cameras because this one ran out of battery. And yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, using 2 cameras is better than 1.
I mean, I guess so, but then the audio quality will kind of change, so I'll have to do some color matching. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this very devious video. Be sure to strike them likes and flood that subscribe button to get the latest content from Thunderbuddy 01 Productions. And be sure to flood that notification bell as well, because apparently YouTube's notification system is f***ed in every way imaginable. So, hope to see you guys in the next video. This is Thunderbuddy 01 signing out, along with
The OG of Deviousness, aka NorCal Dude 599, and I am about to publish a new video in about 10 seconds.
Nice. And we shall see you guys in the next video. Take care.